I'm here on behalf of the Citizens Campaign Against Big Lick Animal Cruelty, speaking for the horses in Panama City Beach, where the City Council has just met. We have asked the City Council if there's going to be a Big Lick horse show this April at the Frank Brown Park, like the one that was there the last year. In 2016, the USDA inspectors disqualified 40% of the Big Lick Tennessee walking horses as being in violation of the Horse Protection Act. Following, in May, House Appropriations Committee Chairman Hal Rogers wrote a letter to the Secretary of Agriculture inquiring about possible acts of violence at horse shows. In July, the Secretary of Agriculture responded and detailed 4 incidences of violence at the Panama City Beach Horse Show. Because of the 40% disqualification rate and the acts of violence toward veterinarians employed by the USDA, there should be no city permission for this horse show in Panama City Beach. It should be denied on its face. I've asked tonight if City Manager Mario Gisbert had entered into a contract or approved a contract for the horse show to be here this year. Additionally, I inquired as to whether or not $25,000 had been paid by the Tourism Development Council to the organizer of the horse show. I checked a month ago and there had been no bill submitted for the $25,000, and I have no knowledge, but will attempt to obtain knowledge as to whether or not the amount has been paid. It should not be paid. There's no reason to support an event with taxpayer money here has a 40% disqualification rate and 4 acts of violence against the USDA administrators and veterinary inspectors. And I will read what the USDA report was. April 21, trainer hostile and abusive of veterinary medical officer in the inspection area, Panama City Beach. Trainers and other unidentified individuals engaging in intimidating and aggressive behavior in and around the inspection area, Panama City Beach. Trainer hostile and intimidating, Panama City Beach. Numerous racist comments and insults directed at one female veterinary medical officer, Panama City Beach. This is not acceptable. This is the most beautiful part of our country. A gorgeous destination tourism resort. The Big Lick animal cruelty has no place here. We want the people of America to weigh in on this and make their voices heard. And we want Panama City Beach to not enter into any agreement to allow that horse show at the Frank Brown Park. Do you have any questions, please?
Give me a background. What's the big deal about the horse show and what they're doing?
Well, we've already detailed that. Big Lick horse, according to MTSU, which is Middle Tennessee State University horse science professor, equine veterinarian, is animal cruelty on its face. It has no business. That's what we've campaigned against. The Secretary of Agriculture of the United States has proposed a regulation to remove the pads and chains to make it illegal. Hopefully that will be approved any day. It could be approved tomorrow. We're waiting. Hopefully it's cleared all the hurdles. Only one last thing to be done, which is published in the Federal Register, become part of the Horse Protection Act, and then the people that are in favor of the Big Lick animal cruelty will have to sue the United States government to contest the regulation. That's where we are.
Isn't this already been dealt with, maybe legal, like in the early 70s?
There's the law passed in 1970, which has been ineffective. As a result, the horses have 46 years of terror, and many aspects of society has changed. This has changed. Things that were acceptable 40, 50 years ago are no longer acceptable in our society, and this is one of them. This is not dissimilar to cockfighting, dogfighting, puppy mills. It's abuse of animals. It's animal cruelty. It has no place. Now, we're not against horse shows per se. Having the natural Tennessee walking horse with the flat shod, without the heavy chains and pads, there's nothing wrong with that as far as we're concerned. But this other business with its being animal cruelty, according to expert testimony of Dr. Hafner, it's just not acceptable.
At what point, what would have to happen for you to finally step down and retire from this crusade?
Well, you called it a crusade, I call it a campaign. We want to see the Secretary of Agriculture take this position, and we want to see it upheld. Now, I left one thing out. There's been litigation throughout the country over the First Amendment rights. There was one here in Panama City Beach in which a man went out to a bike rally to save people for Jesus, and they told him he had to go. And he contested it, he sued them. the city lost the lawsuit last April. They had to pay $55,000 of attorney's fees,